What up, YouTube? T-Moose here. Here is my review for After We Collide. Now, this is a follow-up to last year's film After, which I, of course, saw, and it ended up being in my top 10 worst movies of last year. I mean, it was pretty much like 50 Shades in a way, and it's actually based on a book written by Anna Todd, and it's like, it's actually, inspired by Harry Styles fan fiction or whatnot. Okay. The first film was actually PG-13, by the way. It was like a PG-13 watered-down version of 50 Shades. And so getting into this, it ended up being rated R, which is usually rare, seeing like a movie that was PG-13 at one point going to be rated R. So that was... okay. I was like, okay, maybe it'll be much better, you know, maybe the PG-13 rating just wasn't the best, you know? Anyway, of course, decided to check out After We Collided because I saw the first film, so I'll be like, okay, I'll give the second one a go. I'll say, while it's not as awful as the first After, I would say it's still pretty poor. I mean, this time you got Tessa, who, you know, has like a new job now. She ends up reconnecting, reconnecting with Harlan Scott, and after, like, they broke up, in the first film, and they end up, you know, smitten once again. By the way, alright, it's after dark, but the sex scenes gets kind of more, riskier than, the first film. I mean, there's not really hardly any nudity or anything, but it gets pretty steamier. I mean, I'm like, dang, okay. Now, this film is directed by Roger Campbell, who is best known for directing Cruel Intentions, which, Cruel Intentions, come on, who does not love Cruel Intentions? And actually, of course, this does star Selma Blair, who appeared in the Cruel Intentions, so that was pretty cool to see. Anyway, and you got some interesting castles here, too. Like, you got, Dylan Sprouse, who plays a character named Trevor, who's actually Tessa's best friend and workmate. Dylan Sprouse is really cool in this. Louise Lombardi portrays the role of Hardin's mother. She was terrific. You had Rob Estes, who is pretty good in this as well. I mean, you had some pretty good castles here. I mean, it's not as awful as the first film, but the script was still not so good. The lead actress, by the way, is Josephine Langford, who, by the way, is the sister of Dirty Reasons Why star Kathy Langford, so I think that's pretty cool. You got some talent running in that blood. Anyway, you know, I will say this is a tad bit better than the first film. Like, it was a bit of a step up for the first After, but that doesn't take away how not so good movie is. I mean, that's not really saying much, you know? I mean, the characters are still not really the best, to be honest with you. The script is still pretty awful. I mean, they do got a better director on board, which I guess you could say is a kind of reason why it's a tad bit better than the original, because Roger Campbell is an awesome director. So I guess that explains why it's a tad bit better than the first film. But it's, I mean, unlike the first After, this movie's probably not going to be in my top 10 worst movies of the year. Not like that. But, yeah, it was also a tad bit boring at times, too. The storyline, like, it was, of course, it got very draggy at times. Yeah, like I said, it's not as bad as the first film, but still. And, of course, it ends up leaving off with a Dirt, of course, we do got a Dirt and a fourth film coming. It was just announced not so long ago that a Dirt and a fourth film is on its way. And the ending actually kind of had a bit of a cliffhanger that pretty much suspects we are getting another one. So, anyway, let me leave you guys. Did you have a chance to check out After We Collided? If so, what you thought of it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Ever read the book it's based on? And were you even a fan of the first film? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This here is T-Moose signing off.